Alright, hey everybody, this is Jeremy for Massively.com, and I'm streaming Runes of Magic again. I stream pretty much every week, so if anyone new is just coming into the chat room, I stream 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time every Friday evening. And this week we're going to look at Mystic Altar, which is a level 40-ish dungeon. It's like, some people say 35. Ystra is like 30 to 40 as far as questing goes, but dungeons, because of the gear modding system, there's a bit of it's a little bit more difficult for people who haven't started modding their gear, basically. Give me 1 second here to get set up. Yeah, thanks for the reminder about the ticker. I get that taken care of. Alright, well, let's get started here. I'll get that ticker here in a minute. My email is goofing up, and to be honest, I don't have the best bookmarking system, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit of searching. And then when I'm searching, I'm not playing. So, anyways, this is Mystic Altar in Ystra Labyrinth. Like I said, it's sort of like a, as far as questing goes, you'll come out of Aslan. Let's show you Aslan. You'll come out, whoops, that's not Aslan. You'll come out of Aslan you'll come through Silver Spring and then in through Aslan, which leads to about level 30, and then you'll hit the snowy zone of Ystra Labyrinth, or not Labyrinth, Ystra Highlands, which is down here on the map. And it's a pretty big zone. I like it. It's one of my favorites. There's plenty of quests. Back in the day there was a problem where people who didn't really do many or any of their daily quests were trying to level both classes had trouble running out of world quests around this time. So at one point they entered in a whole bunch of new quests and to try to smooth that out some. I think it still happens though, like not as often, but for the people who really are primarily leveling off of world quests and don't do enough dailies to offset that. And on both classes, you can run out a little bit, but they'll start back up again once you hit level 40 and go on to Dust Devil Canyon. And like all dungeons, they're kind of spec'd for that the zone's level range, but they're usually a little bit harder than that. People who are used to, say, World of Warcraft are going to just like be used to a very level playing field as far as matching the level of the quests and everything, but the gear modding system's outrageous in this. But having said that, we're inside. We came all the way inside, and it's a pretty big instance. It's actually pretty cool. It's one of graphically, I think it's really cool. It's up in Snowhorn in the Minotaur land. Snowhorn's a little bit mazy-like, so getting here, Snowhorn and Mystic Altar are south on the map, and you can see it doesn't show you all the mountainous separate pathways through the mountains, but it's sort of like a labyrinth. Your first time there, you can kind of get lost and run into a few elites, so you want to be careful about that. When you're in here, you can see that I had to click on this machine to kind of turn it on, or to enter. And another thing that I didn't do here, it looks like you have to get attuned for this. You have to basically do some quests before you can get in. I'm trying to do a workaround for this so I can just jump in. Yeah, I'm just shooting off some guild chat, seeing if maybe one of them can just get me inside real quick. Mystic Altar is one of the bigger instances. It's still considered like a low-level dungeon, I think, in many ways. You have starting off really low. You have the windmill basement. Then you move on to the Bloody Gallery and Forsaken Abbey. You'll move up to Aslan, to where Necropolis of Mirrors is, and then you'll hit Mystic Altar here, and where is in Ystra. And I think Mystic Altar is the only Ystra Labyrinth, which I covered in a previous live stream, which is interesting in that it's not really a true instance. It's basically a zone, but you have to warp there to get there, and it's maze-like, and you're inside the whole time, and it has graphics very similar to Mystic Altar, but it's not really. I mean, it has bosses and stuff that are instanced off in a little room that you can fight. But Mystic Altar is pretty much the instance. If you're going to be running for gear and stats and it's still low level, so before you really move up to, say, Dust Devil Canyon, which is 40 plus, you're going to hit Callan's Shrine. There is the what am I trying to think of? In Cecilia Steps, which is sort of like the black sheep of the zones, because not many people find out about Cecilia Steps until it's too late. Cecilia Steps is pretty cut off. I mean, it is connected to Ystra, or the Ystra Highlands, and but Cecilia Steps has quests starting from level 1, so they do give you they do give you this free teleport when you get your second class. So what happens is nobody sees it. Yeah. This is my flying rune disc. You can't color it either. You could color it a nice nice porcelain white, I suppose. Okay, we're gonna warp to Hearth. Luckily, I have made my own, marked my own spot. We're going to go back to Hearth. Evidently, the attunement quests start there. This dungeon is for a party of 6, so it's not a raid dungeon. It is group-based, though. You can go in solo. A lot of people... not too many people farm this dungeon anymore, actually. It's, like I said, it's considered one of the low-end dungeons. So Mystic Altar and below, like what I said, Nom, Necropolis of Mirrors, and below that, those don't really get farmed. They definitely don't get farmed for the stats, and they're so low they don't really get farmed for the money either much. I think because you can level fairly fast, that I have to find some quests here. You can level fairly fast to where you'll just breeze past all that stuff. So really, Callan's Shrine and Dust Elf Canyon is where people start revisiting instances often. Shoot, I need to hop on my my toilet seat here. I was gonna do this solo, but it looks like I messed up. I didn't get attuned. So I'm like running around now, trying to figure out where that 1 or 2 quests is I missed. I'm level 57, so I'm way over the level mark for this. So I know I can go in solo. It's the quest keeping me out. And at any rate, you can see how you get there. I'm basically showing you how to get there from Hearth Trading Post, the main hub in Ystra Highlands. We're basically cruising across this path, along this path, and we're going to be entering Minotaur territory really quick here. And no, it's called a flying rune disc. It says flying rune disc. And you know what? I personally don't think it looks that great. It's sort of like a surfboard, I guess. Let's show you here. Yeah, this is it. It's like a surfboard. But like I said, I don't like it that much, but everybody uses it because it's the fastest mount in the game. You can pull 75% movement speed with it. And of course potions stack on top of that. I mean, the next fastest mount is, I think, one of those special horses, but that's 70%. The flying rune disc is the only one that clocks in at 75%. I mean, it's not ugly. It's just I prefer the horses, or one of the creatures. Okay, I'm looking for Joe Schmo here. I'm looking for this mage's corpse. Yeah, I think there's already been some jokes about the Back to the Future hoverboard and the rune disc. See, you can see there's lots of different places to go up here that can easily end in a dead end and end smack in front of an elite. Okay. So you're going to have a quest chain, which, sorry I didn't get in right away. If we have to, I'll just do another live stream. I'll pick up again on it next week. And of course, because I'm so high level, I'm not aggroing these mobs. They're level 36 minotaurs. Some of them are mages, so they've got 3,264 health. Others come with their little pet here. So like many other MMOs, you don't want to kill the pet first, because I believe he'll just respawn the pet. So you want to go for the patrolman that's controlling the pet. And they're classified as rogue, level 35, with 2,608 health. And they're all over the place here. Here's commanders that are knights, level 38. So when you first get up in here, look, I did aggro him. When you first get up in here, you be careful, because it's easy to get lost. So I recommend coming with a group, unless you know that you can easily handle it. So let's hop down to back out of Snowhorn main entrance here, because we're gonna go over to Frostwood Valley real quick. This actually isn't a bad thing, splitting this dungeon into maybe 2 different live streams, because I didn't think we'd get through it anyways, not in an hour, because it's actually one of the bigger dungeons as far as like how long it takes to get through it and how many different things there are to do. It's kind of interesting, even though it's not popular because it's low level and it doesn't offer the farming capabilities for money or many really good stats that people want. That it's still kind of fun. It's still a good zone. It's still well laid out. This guy's turned into a goblin. See, it sounds like I don't know what I'm doing, but I assure you I've been through this zone like a dozen times. I'm just forgetful. I'm level 57 now. I haven't been here in months. I mean, I'll go through, and sometimes I'll skip quests because with my play style, sometimes I'm only on long enough to do daily quests, and I'll just do the daily quest first because I'm always like, well, that's probably economically efficiency wise. I always do daily quests first to get the Furious tokens. Alright, we're gonna go Steve Snow Camp, and then but then what happens is my whole playtime is sometimes used up in one night from just doing the daily quests, and I'll log off and come back in, the same thing over and over. And before I know it, I'm leveling up purely on the daily quests. So the world quests, get left behind. But I do like to go back eventually and do the world quests, no matter how low they are, or because Slabulaze is asking if there's other ways to get into the Mystic Altar. Yeah, you can get in through, I think you can get in through Ystra Labyrinth. I don't know if you can get in directly from the NPC next to the teleport. Yeah, it's been a while for me too, so I apologize for not taking care of it ahead of time. But like I said, this is good. This is actually a good thing because you need to know that there's quests to get attuned for it. You get to see the layout of the entire zone. You get to see what needs done to get in. And there's plenty I can still talk about. Let me see if I can get in through Royalist Refuge or Reviver's Court, or whichever one I entered here. I think when you do so many quests in here, you get to use this totem pole. It becomes available as a teleport. Now let's see, and I think it teleports you to Mystic Altar. I talked a little bit about this in my Ystra Labyrinth live stream. Ystra Labyrinth is kind of confusing for the. No, see, what it did was it zapped me clear over to the Tower of Wailing Wind. There's a lot of kind of goofy stuff like this in Ystra Labyrinth that some people never see, because Ystra Labyrinth, for one, is real easy to skip, and after they do just the minimal quests and to get in and the quests inside Mystic Altar, they usually never look back. They zoom on to Dust Devil Canyon and then quickly learn that Callan Shrines is a much better dungeon to farm for gold. That's not it. Where do we need to go here? There's an NPC right inside of Mystic Altar, and his name's like Philinde or Philand. He's in a cage right next to the totem that you need to click on to enter, and he'll have some quests for you to do. I think the Attunement quest chain ends with him, but I did all the ones available that he gives. My guild sort of stopped shooting me off advice here, so now this live stream's kind of degrading into a let's randomly run around Ystra Labyrinth or Ystra Highlands. Mystic Altar, because it's so big, there's like a handful of quests inside, like other dungeons. But there's some interesting things. You'll have to go in and you'll take some quests from a Minotaur guard, and that's one of the other interesting things I like about the instance. There's actually a lot of NPC movement and interaction inside that dungeon. You'll go in and you'll see a bunch of Minotaurs, and some of them are kind of on your side. And at one point you'll talk to one and to get a quest. Then he'll kind of rally all of his troops, and they all march off. And you have to follow them, and then they like open a secret corridor for you to complete one of the other quests. And it Klosterson. This guy just wants me to collect demon weeds. I'm really at a loss now as to what quests I need to get attuned. There's a quest over here by Shamar. He might be a Minotaur. So there's a lot of fun interaction. There's a lot of interaction with the NPCs at times inside the dungeon. Graphically, it's one of my favorite dungeons as far as graphics go. I think they did a pretty good job with it. The textures and the way they decided to model all the Minotaur's homeland is pretty cool. And let me show you on the map I have a map add-on, so I can just, this is it. This is the layout for Mystic Altar. Where are we at here? Okay, here we are at the entrance, close to the bottom left. You might not be able to see my cursor. Chonky just asked what game this is, and I'm glad you asked, because I'll remind everybody coming into the chat room, my name's Jeremy for Massively.com, I work at Massively.com, and this is Runes of Magic. It's a free-to-play MMO, and you can read about it on my Lost Pages of Taborea column I write every Monday on Massively.com. And I'm live streaming a little bit of this. I usually give a quick disclaimer that it's a lot of people call it a WoW clone, and yeah, that's not terrible to say. It does play very much like a lot of Western MMORPGs, like Lord of the Rings Online. As far as mechanics, as far as the key buttons and everything you're going to be pressing and using, and how you look around, and it contains instances and dungeons in the same way that World of Warcraft does. So there's going to be a lot of familiarity. IR speaking. But after that, though, you dive into the game deeper, and it's got a lot of uniqueness, which I won't turn this live stream into that. You can read more about it. Minotaur territories. Okay, now see, this might be the part of the attunement quest chain, because it is the Minotaur land. I just forgot what he said. Tower of Wailing Wind, Snowhorn. Yeah, see, Snowhorn, Minotaur territory. Enter and find Felinde. Okay, here we go. Good news, everybody. I found the attunement quest. So let's zoom over there while we still have some time left in our live stream, and I can maybe show you what I intended to show you all along. Yeah. Yeah, how do you say that? Absconditus? Absconditus? Anyways, he says that, she says the art style is similar to WoW. Yeah. Yeah, I see a lot of people saying WoW clone or this and that. And you know, when you hop in for the very first time, especially if you're coming from WoW, it's not unreasonable to expect to think it's a lot like WoW, because for the first 20 levels or more, you're going to be doing just mainly questing, and it's going to be very similar to WoW. When you start diving into the game, you're going to be getting into the more unique aspects of it, and there's a lot. There's the housing, little things like you get a mount from level 1 on. There's housing, which also has a housekeeping system, which is an entire system that kind of goes in with housing, but is separate. There's, I like to say it's a deep, complex pet system. I've never seen anything quite as advanced as far as pet systems go in any other MMO. There's the very popular Siege War. Yeah, well, I'll just say abs too. But the Siege War is really popular, and it's a massive guild versus guild battle. That's also not just go in and slaughter each other. It's highly strategic, because they'll be winning and losing crystals points that you have to protect and you have to conquer. That also, you're also protecting and conquering all those, because you are building points off of that to help you supply your side of the army with siege weapons. But anyways, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I've already started getting into that. Let me just stop there. If you want to read all about that stuff, just check out Lost Pages of Taborea, my column. Right now, to get back on track, this is a look at Mystic Altar in the level. Whoops. See, I went the wrong way. In the level 30 to 40 zone of Ystra Highlands. Most people don't go in until they've really geared up with at least stats from Necropolis Mirrors. Where did I get off track? Okay, here we are. And also by then they usually level up to almost level 40 before they are even jumping in. Yep. You know what? It's funny. Dual class, Slayblade reminded me that Runes of Magic has dual class system, which is pretty unique, and that is a pretty big deal. I don't know why I usually leave that out. Maybe just in the back of my mind, I personally don't think it's that big of a deal, but it really is. I mean, it's really cool, and it leaves for a lot of uniqueness. Here's the. I don't know if you noticed these statues were not here before. That's because those statues are actually tied to sort of a raid quest, which maybe I'll do sometime in the future. You actually can fight those. They're like two giant bosses. It's kind of cool looking. It's really cool to watch just because they're so large. But yeah, the dual class system is a very popular trait for Runes of Magic. I actually thought Siege War would be more popular, but the general sentiment in the official forum that I get, the feeling I get from reading, is that people actually really love the dual class system. It allows you to take two separate classes on one character. So, and reading through those articles I have, to keep, I'll keep hawking my articles, but it's not just hawking, really. If you're just coming into the chat room and you've never played this before, you can find out a lot of basics. We have a basic community guide on massively.com and everything. Are you the people that sent me? Blah blah blah. Those guys kidnapped me. Blah blah blah. Let's see. We got to get out of here. It's great that you came. He's talking about Dorlos. Dorlos is inside the instance. We must first get these keys off them before we can know what to do next. Okay, there's a captain of the guard, or a captain, a human captain, in Harf Trading Post that started this attunement quest chain. Now I don't know if you'll have to do even prerequisites to even get to that point. You might have to. I don't remember. Let me double check this. The requirements on this. Secrets of Mystic Altar. Yeah, see, I have to get 4 stone slabs from... We need to open this box and then find Dorlos. Once we've found them, we have to enter the knowledge of the ancestors, which is that gigantic hourglass over there. Or to be more precise, in space. Don't know how... Dorlos is inside. That's confusing me. Dorlos is inside the instance, and we need to get... We need to... What'd I do? Did I just get lost? I'm just gonna run up and try to use the machine, which is, that's what they're calling the hourglass, but they seem to be talking about the machine as being separate, but you can't start the machine. I don't know, but I read a document which once claimed that the keys entering the knowledge is safeguarded by the head of each of... okay. This is gonna be... actually, this can be kind of fun. We're going to go ahead and do this, and then I'm going to actually do show you the inside of Mystic Altar in a separate live stream. So it works out good, actually. This is going to be getting attuned for Mystic Altar, so because I just said so. So now we are on our way to being attuned for Mystic Altar. We found out the starting... Well, I'm guessing it's the starting quest for attunement. I don't know if there's prerequisites to get to that point. Obviously, you have to be the level you need to be. So, I don't remember where all these are, but these stone tablets, Felinde, I'm going to call them Felinde. He's captured inside Mystic Altar, and he's scared and crying, and he wants us to go beat up Dorlos. But to do that, we need to find the heads of the different clans in Snowhorn, which the Minotaurs are basically a clan/tribal system. So there's 4 elite bosses that we're gonna try to go pwn here, and I think we can do it. We're gonna go try to teach them a lesson not to mess with a priest rogue that is spec'd as a mage. You just don't do that. Just don't. Because I will zap you with tons of dots and kill you fast. And it's always fun to run around zapping people instantly with dots, and you just keep running and they keep dying. Anyways, so because Mystic Altar is a windy, mazy-like place, it can make it a little difficult for your first time, or for your first time back in a long time, like me. And because the map doesn't... What's this? Oh, this guard's corridor is way up there on the map. It shouldn't be like that, I don't think. But because you don't have a more detailed view of the actual like roads in Snowhorn, as you can see on the map, it's just a picture of some totems and houses. It's like, oh, okay, you're left on your own. You gotta like, I'm pretty sure I know where right away where one of these elites are that has a stone tablet we need. So we're gonna go over there. We're gonna go. Oh, is this him? Yeah, this is him. Somebody just killed him. Ockley Hugehorn. Well, Ockley, looks like somebody else wasn't happy or needs in. Let me see if it lets me get anything. He's not looting the guy. Nah, it's just a Minotaur orb. I'm gonna loot him so he'll disappear and respawn faster. Let me tell this guy I need Ockley. I forgot how to spell Ockley, but for attunement. And I'll give him, I'll be nice. I like to be nice to him. I'll give him a couple buffs here, you know, because I have Grace of Life at level 51 and Amplified Attack at level 45. Okay, I just killed him. Alright, I'm guessing that he's not gonna, this guy, Serentility, trying to figure out Secret of the Mystic Altar. Okay, he needs a little help. Find the keys. Oh, that's the one I'm on. That's the one I'm on. Hey. I'm gonna double check, ask him if this elite did in fact give him one of the keys needed. He's a level 34. See, so he's a knight mage. So he, let's see, he might be geared well, he might not be. Let's check him out. Yeah, he looks like, as far as his, whoa, he's actually well geared for his level. Yeah, he should, oh yeah, there's some yellows. Those are all ones, though. That's a cloak. He'd probably do better to, like, try to get some higher greens. That's not bad. That's not bad. Oh yeah, let's see. I'm on the left. That's me. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Okay. Yep. Just it sounds like it's confirmed. It's all there's 4 elites. They each have a piece of a tablet or a tablet. That's what we're needing. Can we group? Let's see, Abs wants to know, can you group and both get quest objectives flagged together? Yes, in most cases. I don't want to say 100% positive because I think ROM's a little fidgety or finicky or weird in some places. 9 times out of 10, or 9, whatever you want to say, 99% of the time, when you're questing together, you both will complete the objectives, and you both. So if it's a lootable item you need, then yes, you both can loot the corpse and both get the item. In most cases, maybe all. I'm saying that just because I'm not 100% sure right now, so I don't want to say I'm 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. We're just waiting here, kind of. I didn't think it took long for him to respawn. These are elites that, they're not like world bosses, they're just elites, plus they're elites tied to the quest chain, so I think they have them on a fairly fast timer, as for a respawn timer. Some of the bosses, some of the world bosses, some other bosses do have much longer. I remember in right fresh out of closed beta. Some of the world bosses just took a very long time to respawn. I think some of them were turned up to almost a full day, and it had a lot of people who had played EverQuest back in the day. It had a lot of them reminiscing about it, because I guess it felt a lot like that. Like what's it? Kiosod. I say Kiosod. It ends with an E, but it's a big dragonfly. And you know what? I think it's spec'd as a boss. In Runes of Magic, if they have a crown on their if they have like a, well, I have an add-on here, but if they have a crown by their name, oh, thanks, Slay Blaze. Back off a bit. I will do just that. Let's see. Kiosod, I can't remember if it's a world boss or just an elite, because the world bosses are tougher. You know what? It is taking pretty long. And that guy said he just killed all of them. I don't know, but he obviously didn't kill this guy first. He killed him last. So let's just run around real quick and see if we can find another one. But Kiosod took a long time to respawn, and it was tied to quests, so people didn't like it, and they did change that, and it's probably for the better. Let's find this other boss here. Let's go, whoops. Is that a dead end? I'm betting he was right here. See, there's a totem, a clickable totem. It's one of the weird ways you can figure out how to get weird teleports to take you all around this zone. Nope, that's just a commander. Where the heck is that other? We're gonna find these guys. We'll find them. Is this where I came from? I'm forgetful like that. Ralpher Darkmoon. There we go. We're gonna say hello to Ralpher. Hi, Ralpher. We're gonna put some dots on you, and then Rising Tide. Yeah, I'm 57, so I'm getting them all. There's the Dark Moon stone slab that we need. Like, and here's a bunch of other stuff. Ooh, there's 107 over durability. I'll just go ahead and take them. Okay. I don't know why I keep looking at this place. Let's go closer towards the entrance. I think there's another one there. So Ralpher Darkmoon. Oops. No, we don't want that. Now those elites, like, I'm level 57, so just as a reminder, I am kind of breezing through this because of my level, and I've been working on a highly modded skill set, or armor set. So which way did we come from? Was I down here? Yeah, so I'm breezing through a lot of these guys, but they are like high 30s elites. So when you're just hitting this area and you're at that level, it's a good idea to be grouping for all this stuff. because they'll be smacking you pretty hard. Okay, there's got to be another guy up here. Yes, Prinkter Sandhoof. So let's take care of his commanders. And we're going to say hello, Prinkter. I love this area for the graphics. I think they did a great job with all of them. Let's give him a love tap here and get him turned around. He actually looks pretty cool. Sheesh, I could kill him. I got him at 50% and I haven't even used a spell. Well, hooray for modding. There's the Sandhoof stone slab. Now, maybe we can go back to where we were, and that guy will be respawned. Ockley, what was his name? Ockley Hoof or something. Something Hoof. It would be interesting if the people who made this map add-on, if they took this and maybe some other confusing maze-like areas and kind of injected a separate homemade map into that to kind of show all the different roads. Okay, where are we at here? Boy. Okay, did I just kill this guy up here? That might have been. Let me widen this out a bit. I think I went past one of the four. If there's four and I killed two and the third one is up this hill, maybe the other one is up here somewhere too. Either that or he's hiding. And we'll have to backtrack again. Yeah, I'm not... It seems pretty one way. Wait a second, is this it right here? Okay, there's nothing there. I'm not sure if I killed him already. That's what I get for not keeping track. Now see, this is Mystic Altar right up here. I don't think there's anyone else up here. There's just the statues. Unless he's up here. No. So, some more piddling around. Whoa, you can't jump off of that? They do that occasionally. I don't really like that, the invisible wall in an MMO. You know, I prefer more freedom. I like to be able to, I mean, if there's a mountain, you should be able to run around it. Backtracking again. We need two of those guys now. We got frogster. That must have been where he was, because that's fairly easy to find coming back down the mountain. So we've got another level, kind of trying to think of this in terms of like levels and trying to separate this in my mind so I don't try not to get lost. So now we're back down on another like level, and getting close to the end of the live stream. And just because I can't find these guys, we're not going to get into where we want to go. Okay, I was already over there. Pretty much was already all over up here, right? So, let's go down a little bit farther. And we'll turn left. We turn left. It leads down to this. It looks like an exit on the far side of I think we're out. This exits out. Yeah, see, this exits out into the Frostwood Valley. It's like a back door. It's probably partly so confusing because that Serentility guy, he had already gone through and killed them all, like right before we were going to. So we have to wait for them to spawn, respawn. Okay, we're going down here. Left is the main entrance. That's just the main entrance. So the only other place was over here. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's just a quest thing. I'm like, ooh, shiny. There. Yeah, see? There. Now he respawned already. I don't know why we didn't see the other ones respawned. If Prinktar is already respawned, I would assume the other ones are. So we're playing like we're being like a ping pong ball, bouncing back and forth between these two areas here. But that's okay. We're getting kind of the lay of the land. Who's this guy here? He might have to be careful. He's gonna get stunned and he's gonna get mobbed. Okay, now we're back up on the next level. And just because of the way it looks, I keep wanting to come over here thinking this is where one of the guys is gonna be. But I'm not seeing anything here. What the heck is the refugee totem pole? Okay. So we don't see them there. Unless, like, they are there and they're just not respawning. We'll look around for a couple more minutes here. We'll just go over the time limit a little bit here. I want to find these, so I want to in some cases in zones, some elites or bosses are tied to the somehow they're tied in a way to mobs around. For instance, Joblid in Aslan, he'll spawn if you just go around killing a whole bunch of demon weeds. I don't know if that's... I'm starting to think maybe that's the case here. I don't know. I'm starting to get a little desperate, I suppose. Is this a whole area I've been missing, though? I don't think it is. Just let me know in the chat room if you have any advice. Maybe I'm totally missing a path or overlooking something, because I do get mixed up I'm going up and down this mountain. I can get mixed up easily. We're back at the entrance, so we're going to do a little backtracking again to find what is it, one guy now, or do we still need two? Yeah, we still need Huge Horn and Sharp Axe. So, you know what I didn't try this whole time, and I'm gonna feel a little bit, if it doesn't work, I'll feel a little silly. If it does work, I'll feel a little silly, but, is World Search. Let's try this. No. And their names aren't highlighted, so we can't just click follow. It just says the 4 clans. Sharp Axe, Huge Horn. I'm thinking it was that Huge Horn was that Ockley Huge Horn that guy just killed, which was right down here. It was like right down here to the right. Go to the bottom of the hill, turn right, and he's supposed to be right here. This is where that Serentility guy killed him, but he's still not here, and I'm not understanding that. So this should be the Ockley Huge Horn. So that covers 3 out of the 4 that we need. We'll go back a little further here. Go down a little more. Now, okay. Now there's this area, which I'm only guessing this is, where are we at here? I'm guessing this is where maybe the second guy is, the Sharp Axe guy. But these guys just aren't, they're not appearing. I'm gonna slaughter a bunch of guys here real quick and see what happens. Maybe they'll get mad that I'm killing their men, their troops. Okay, I think we were here, weren't we? And we didn't see a guy here. Yeah, it's just a priest guy. Oops. Well, if this doesn't tick them off, I don't know what will. Yeah. Okay, we're going over our usual time. Usually I stop after an hour, but I'm going to keep going a little bit further now, because we need to get these. We need to finish these 2 quests. We would have been done within the allotted time if I would have been able to find these guys. Quite possibly, if that Serentility guy, if he hadn't happened to be like right ahead of us. He told me he had just killed them all, and I'm like, oh. So yeah, I'm gonna do a zone. I give off a typical ranty kind of QQ kind of message. Yeah, I'm running back and forth so much, it's like I'm confusing myself now. It's turning into like desperation mode here. I'm just sort of running around. I would have thought by now all of them would have respawned. I mean, the one guy, what was his name, Dark Moon, he actually did respawn and I killed him. But now none of the others seem to respawn. Even the other guy that I did kill, which was what was his name? Sandhoof. See, here's Prinkter Sandhoof. That's the one I meant. Prinkter Sandhoof. He's respawned, and I did manage to kill Dark Moon. Now where is he? He's not respawned, and I never found Sharp Axe or Huge-Horn, but I think I know where Huge-Horn is. Okay, you know what? They're showing up. They're showing up on my mini map. I'd forgot about that. So good. That's actually a good sign. That'll really help. When we get near them, they'll show up as a little red dot on my mini map. So we'll do that a little bit more. Yeah, I know this is turning into a little bit long of a live stream, but we'll get them here. I'm confident. We'll find these guys and take back those stone slabs and get into Mystic Altar. So they will show up as red dots on the mini-map. and no one has answered me in... Oh wait, Ralphor Darkmoon, but I already have him. So, okay, but he did respond. So maybe the others respond by now. We can. There's hope, I think. Hope lives on. Let's see if we can't. I think people get tired of answering questions in zone chat for quests around Mystic Altar. I don't think it's nobody really cares or everybody's mean. It does happen to be one of those areas that's harder to get answers from, because it's it's a confusing place, as you can see at times. This guy, there's let's see here. Let's see. I'm gonna complain to my guild. Okay, there I ranted. I sufficiently ranted to my guild, so. Alright, here we are at the entrance again. I'm so lost. Yeah. It's been what, an hour and 13 minutes I have. For anyone just coming in to you're watching me, Jeremy, for massively.com, playing Runes of Magic. It's a free-to-play MMO, a lot like, I guess, in the style of Western MMOs like World of Warcraft. If you play World of Warcraft, you're going to be real familiar with this game. And what I'm doing is I'm running around like a chicken with its head cut off, I'm looking for 4 elite Minotaur bosses because they each have a stone slab that I need in order to get into the Mystic Altar dungeon, which is the level 40-ish instance that it's part of the Attunement quests that you'll need when you enter Ystra Highlands to get into this area. And I found 2 of them. We found Darkmoon. What was his name? I can't remember the names now. We found Darkmoon and we found Sandhoof. We need to find Sharp Axe and Huge Horn. They're 2 elite Minotaurs somewhere around here in Snowhorn that have our precious stone slabs that we need to wrench from their cold, furry hands. They have furry? I suppose they'd have furry hands. Maybe. What I'm going to do is I'm going to head all the way to the entrance and literally just start working my way back up again, because you know, I'm wondering if there's a possibility 2 of them aren't even in Snowhorn. but I'm thinking that's a long shot that springs to one's mind in the midst of desperation. I think that's just part of the phase known as desperation. Yeah, my guild member says all the camps are in Snowhorn. Uh-oh, someone's up here. Please tell me. Oh, here, I'll just help this guy kill him. Well, he says no. He was nice to me. He actually answered me, so I'll give him some buffs. I don't only help people that help me. I like to run around and give drive-bys. Sorry. I need 2 of the elites badly. Alright, we came from over there, blah blah blah. There's a hill up there. Did we ever go up here? Yeah, I'm more desperation. I need to ignore that little scratching paranoia man. Now this, I thought this was Sandhoof again, wasn't it? You know what, Abs says it might be a bug, and you're absolutely right. It does happen. Okay, we got this guy. You know what I'm gonna do? I don't know if I should do this, but I'm going to, just because I want some revenge now, because I can't find his 2 brothers or friends. Yeah. Just because I'm having a bad day now, he gets no mercy from me. No mercy. Alright, take your stuff. Wow, 2 weeks. 2 weeks of handing a quest. You know, I don't want to say it's contradictory. In many cases, what's up here? In many cases, in Runes of Magic, everything's fairly easy, and then people complain, or people have a little trouble, and they make it even easier. Oh, cool. A guild member might be on his way really quick to show me where they're at. Anyways, what I was saying was, a lot of the areas through all the levels 1 through level cap are real easy, and they've gotten even easier in some of them. And that's personal taste, personal opinion. I mean, some of it I like they did, some I don't. But the point is, there's still this one area of the game, because you do special quests or have to do special things to get your elite skills. And I think to get your level 50 or 55 elites, you literally have to wait like 1 or 2 months. Yeah, it's like a waiting game. You have to get these materials, and then they have an activation time period, and I think, and because you get an elite for each class, your primary and your secondary class, you have to wait like maybe you wait 15 days on one and 15 days on the other, but I thought it was originally you wait 30 days for each one. I thought that's how it went. But maybe it's only 2 weeks. But still, 2 weeks, 15 days, and that's just for one skill. So a lot of people don't like that. They're like, oh, come on, give me my skill. Oh, who's this? Is this the one we... See, I must be missing an entire road here. There's Dark Moon. Okay. I'm going to tell my guildie. I know... let's see. We know where Dark Moon is. We know where Dark Moon and Sandhoof are. Oh, the quest NPC didn't spawn. Yeah, a couple things like that happened early in Runes of Magic. You had to get there quick during a server restart to get Kiosad, or else somebody would kill him, and then he was bugged and he wouldn't respawn until, I think, for a whole 24 hours. Or until the next server restart, one or the other. I killed almost all of these guys. Let's see if somebody showed up over here. I'm gonna laugh if turns out that I forgot a whole road. Like, was I over here at all? Watch this be the road that I was never on. Nah, I think I was up here. Now see, I'm thinking this is where Ockley Hugehorn is supposed to be, and that guy killed him. But he never, as far as I know, he never respawned since that Serentility guy killed him. Okay, this is one of my guild mates. Yeah, I want to go back to what Abs is saying about getting his weapons. Part of that high level is in Runes of Magic is there's these parts you get for your epic weapon. It sounds very similar to what you're saying there. Okay, what we're gonna do here is my guild mate here says he knows where they're at. If after taking me to all the locations they're still not respawned, I'm just gonna end the live stream, and on my own time. Whoops, lag. He disappeared on me. Where is he? Yeah, he's over here. On my own time, I will finish the attunement quests. So, like, what was I saying? Yeah. Where's he at? He's saying something about this totem, which I probably should have had the brains to... I don't know what he's trying to tell me now. He's saying this transports me to Royal's Refuge, which I already know that. I gotta go find him here. He got ahead of me. Again, if so he took me to I think the 2 spots already. What's going on here? Maybe this is a bug. So I'm going to go ahead and end this here. Like I was saying, Abs was talking about the years spending time in Final Fantasy XI. On what'd you say you were doing? That comes from my years spending time where they had a 24-hour respawn. Yeah, there's actually some other games like that. You know that game Fiesta Online is kind of more kiddie. I like to say kid-oriented, anime-esque too. At the same time, I think they have a lot of like special bosses that give out special titles if you kill them, that are like on days, and maybe a couple of them only spawn like once a week, or some of them only spawn once ever when the server's restarted. But because they can reset the servers fairly often, so I don't necessarily mind that. I mean, it comes with its good and bad. It's one of those things that I think come with good and bad. The good is, it's like this fun little thing you can kind of wait for and prepare for and work towards. The bad is, it can be annoying and frustrating, you know, because you might not have the time to devote to it when the spawn is ready, when the mob's ready. Okay, so oh, he's saying there's a leak there. So I'm ending this basically. So this was Jeremy for massively.com. We were starting out gonna look at Mystic Altar, and then it turned into let's get attuned for Mystic Altar, and it's turned into a little bit longer than a normal live stream, and I haven't been able to find. It turns out I need 4 elites here in Snowhorn to get into Mystic Altar, and 2 of these elites just aren't showing up. He's saying come to my location, and I told him what names I already had, so I'm guessing where's he? This is confusing because I'm seeing him on the minimap, but I'm not seeing him. Uh-oh. The guy spawned. Wow. Sharon Sharpaxe. Let's kill him real quick. And then I'm not even going to bother looking for the others. I'm just going to quit because we're a half hour over my normal time I usually do. But this is our revenge for having to wait so long. It's kind of anticlimactic. Okay, so I'm going to say goodbye, and I'll see you next week. Now, next week, we might not do the direct part 2 to this one. Next week, we might not go immediately into Mystic Altar. I have some other plans that you can check on Ruby's Massively TV guide, the MV guide, that she puts out on Mondays on massively.com. That look for it this coming Monday, and it will lay out who's doing what throughout the whole week. I'll be on Friday, so I'm towards the end of the week, and it'll tell you for sure what I'll be doing. And in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and finish getting attuned. Obviously, we know what to do to get into Mystic Altar. So the next time we do Mystic Altar, it'll be all happy fun time inside, killing things and taking revenge and for having to wait so long. Alright, so I'm going to be in the chat room for a little bit after I end this, but that's it for now. So have a good weekend, have fun gaming. Actually, maybe